Ladies and gentlemen, or should we just say gentlemen at this point? We're a sports show.
No, you're Cassie. Your wife actually responded to us.
That's true. Welcome to.
So what are you trying to say about your wife?
I don't know. She does watch, at least fast forwards to the end, right?
Or am I trying to get you in trouble?
You are trying to get me in trouble. Welcome to Two Dads Drink.
Hi, guys.
I'm Ian. This is Sean. Episode 27.
Yep, 27.
27.
Or 26.
And this is a new one because our unofficial sponsor is not a whiskey.
Arsenal Cider House, which I would actually like if you guys really wanted to sponsor us, because you do make some good cider.
And it better be good because it is just above lukewarm.
Cheers.
Cheers, buddy.
Sour cider.
It's a little sour.
But that's what they do. That's the whole cider.
I dig it. I think if it was ice cold, it would be really good.
So, sorry I didn't have ice. And that little fridge isn't that cold. So.
No, it's really not.
Ooh. Yeah, we do have Monday night on behind us.
Yes,
so.
we are watching Monday Night Football as we record. The news from the week, Sean.
Injuries,
man. It was an injury-filled week. Even before the week started. I know my team lost to Marcus Lawrence for 6 to 8 weeks with a broken foot.
You took some beatings.
We lost our starting safety.
Which one?
Donovan Wilson.
When you say you're starting safety, you have to tell us which one, because there's
that's
like
true.
20.
But Wilson's the one who got hurt.
Well, at least you're protected in that position.
Yes, we have a lot of them
Yes.
safeties. And then, of course, we lost our right tackle to suspension. He was.
That's his own fault.
I guess he was juicing a little bit. I don't know.
That's his own fault.
Supposedly, the rumor is he just didn't show up for his drug test, so that's why he got suspended.
Well, that's an automatic.
But wouldn't that be less than 5 games if he just didn't show up?
Maybe they just said he did because that's why he didn't show up.
I don't know. But then you got during the week, the quarterbacks were just dropping like flies. Carson Wentz a double ankle.
How do you sprain both your ankles on the same play?
I mean, I am recovering from a sprained ankle.
Yes, but that was one. How do you sprain, not one, 2 on the same play?
Well, I think I sprained, and it's very rare, but I think I sprained both sides of my ankle.
Okay.
But that's still one foot.
That's not right and left. That's one foot.
Right?
How do you sprain your right and left ankle on the same play and then get up and actually be able to move?
I don't know.
Don't get it.
And of course, the older he gets, the harder it is to recover from things like a sprained ankle. I'm on week like 11 of
when you sprained your ankle, you gimped around here, okay? Hobbled, gimped. He has 2 sprained ankles.
I had one good leg to rely on, right?
Yes, he doesn't have either one of those.
Andy Dalton, did the news actually come out? Is it torn ACL?
I did not see what it is. I know they already said Fields is playing this week, but I didn't see what it is.
Maybe it was just a sprained ACL. But
luckily enough, they had Nick Foles back there.
He hurt his knee. They got, Big Dick Nick ready to come in?
He's ready. He's going to be the backup. You know, Fields is getting the play time.
I mean, Fields should be playing anyways. I think you and I both agree with this. These rookies now are way more advanced than they were back like 25 years ago.
Fields has looked better than Dalton since the beginning of preseason.
Yeah, I mean, and I think Dalton is to the point in his career where he's a serviceable backup.
Yeah, but Fields is electric. Fields is a game changer.
And then Tyrod Taylor. He was going toe-to-toe with your Brownies.
My Brownies?
Your Brownies. Your division, your Brownies.
Oh, okay.
I know how much you like them, too. You know, you're a big fan of them Brownies.
Let's be real here. Tyrod Taylor.
Oh, Goff just dropped a dime for a touchdown.
Hawkinson.
That dude's a beast.
He looks like a beast, too. Just standing there. But no, realistically, Tyrod Taylor, come on, man. This guy was having the season he needed. All those years, he got to be the backup for the next upcoming quarterback.
And then he gets stabbed in the freaking ribs by a doctor.
That was my next thing, yeah.
Punctured lung. I mean, and then Herbert's just a star, right?
Right.
Behind him, so.
Can't even do anything about it. And then...
The guy's playing great.
Yeah, dude, they were beating the Browns yesterday.
It's a hammy. I hope he can get over it real quick and get back on the field.
Yeah, but sometimes it doesn't work that way.
A successful Tyrod is good for the NFL, I think.
I think so. In Houston, of all the places.
And people forget he took the Bills to the playoffs. I mean, he's a good quarterback. He really is.
I'll be honest with you. I thought he was a serviceable starter. How you say serviceable backup?
Right.
I thought Tyrod is a serviceable starter.
Andy Dalton's down here. Tyrod's definitely a notch or two up. You know?
Tyrod can move in the pocket, has a little bit of arm. I thought he was serviceable, and I'll be honest with you, he was having one of those times of his life this year with Houston, which is a team that desperately needed. But here's the funny part. So they have Deshaun sitting there, still. Uniform, he's active, not suspended by the league or anything. They already came out and said, no, we're going to go with David Mills.
Well, Deshaun is really pissed off that organization, you know.
I get it, but to just go ahead and say we're going to go with David Mills, but we're not going to trade Deshaun?
I think they're just going to waste his career.
Yeah.
Pretty similar to what like the 49ers did with
but they're going to pay him doing
Kaepernick.
it.
I mean, the 49ers had to pay Kaepernick.
Oh, I get it. But they're going to pay him doing it.
Really?
When once again, we've already said this. Houston right now is very surprising at what they've done so far. Very surprising. I don't know about you, but for me, it's a surprise to see this.
I mean, I'm not as surprised as you are because I bet them to be better than the New York Football Jets.
Yeah, but not with Deshaun. You didn't. Remember your little clause in there? If Deshaun doesn't play, the bet's off. Your little clause.
That's true.
So not without Deshaun, because they're doing this without Deshaun. With Deshaun, I may not be as surprised, but they're doing this without him. And truthfully, when you think of how much work they have to do to build that roster out there, you can't now with all the legal issues going on with them, but at first, when this first came out, wouldn't you have taken the 4 first-round draft picks that you could have probably got for them?
Yeah, they should have traded them. And I think they did a great job of constructing the roster. I mean, they went out and got a bunch of
veteran guys.
A bunch of veteran guys, a bunch of studs. You know,
they got Mark Ingram, they got Philip Lindsay for the running back room. Both guys were good. They're just old. Yeah, well, not Lindsay really, but Ingram is old.
Yeah, but he's doing pretty well right now. Still, yeah. He's still running good.
Who else they brought in? Brandon Cooks was already there, but who else is playing receiver for them? I really don't know.
There was another name that popped up, and I can't remember it now.
Honestly, I can't think of many players that are on that team, to be honest with you.
Well, I do. I was watching Red Zone, and they popped up quite a bit when they were blowing out the Jaguars, and there was a lot of names there that I was like, oh, I didn't know he was there. And I don't remember them right now, but they were all known veteran type
guys.
That
were just past their prime.
It almost reminded me of like Gruden's Raider team in the early 2000s, right? Where there was like Rich Gannon and all the old guys.
Yeah, but Gannon only came around at that point.
Packers got a nice kick return there.
Yeah, but by the way, look at those Lions. 14-7. Motor City Dan.
Damn, Campbell. We're going to bite some kneecaps off.
I have a feeling that's our team for the show.
It's got to be our team for the show.
We keep trying to go with what team somebody says, but I feel like that has to be it.
I'm picking up a new Wi-Fi adapter for this thing.
Error occurred during video playback.
Yeah, we're dealing with some Wi-Fi issues on this computer.
Hey, look. It's Rodgers and Goff.
What do we know after 2 weeks in the NFL?
You tell me, because I don't know anything.
Do we know who the best team in the NFL is?
Nope.
Buccaneers?
Maybe Tampa Bay. I'll stick with. I guess I have to stick there. They put up what? What did they put up against your Cowboys?
Oh no, against my Cowboys was 30-29 was the final score.
So 48-30. So 78 points in 2 weeks, and Brady has 9 touchdown passes.
Oh, we're coming back.
Is Brady MVP right now?
Is Brady MVP? I mean, through 2 weeks, yeah. I think he probably is. He's probably the early front runner for MVP. But I'm telling you right now, the Cowboys are coming back for them to the playoffs.
They hope.
We're coming back for them. Coming back for them.
Good luck with that, playing Brady in the playoffs. Good luck with that.
I mean, yeah. I mean, every single team you look at outside of the Buccaneers, you could kind of poke holes through them, right? Like,
oh, yeah.
You got the AFC East front runner was the Bills, and the Steelers beat them week 1 in their own house.
Yep.
Now they did rebound and have a good week 2.
Yep.
You got the NFC North or the AFC North, which is your division.
Mm-hmm.
The Steelers
Everybody's
aren't looking great. The Ravens are looking better, coming off of that nice win.
Mm-hmm.
The Browns look pretty good, but
they only beat Houston. What are you gonna?
Yeah, but they went toe to toe with the Chiefs. But then again, the Ravens just beat the Chiefs.
Correct.
So maybe the Ravens are the best. I don't know. I'm completely shocked.
That being said, what about that division? The Raiders are 2-0. The Chiefs just lost to the Ravens.
The Broncos are 2-0, but they beat 2 bad teams. Are they good, or are they just have an easy schedule?
Yeah, but the Raiders, in that division, the Raiders beat the Ravens, who we just said about beating the Chiefs, and then they beat the Steelers, who just beat the Bills.
I think in the AFC right now, the best looking, most surprising team to me is the Raiders. I think that they look really good. They look well coached. They have a good defense. They got weapons all over that field. I mean, that Ruggs kid is good. That Edwards kid is good.
It's that Coach GM feeling the pressure down there finally.
Whew, I don't know.
4 or 5 seasons.
And they did that without Jacobs, too.
Oh, I know. He was out.
Drake looked good,
Yeah.
I like how
Barber. I didn't catch Barber doing anything.
I was just about to say, I like how Gruden tricked all fantasy owners to go pick up Barber.
Oh yeah.
I'm starting this Barber kid, and then he got 4 carries and Drake had the rest of the game, right? I mean, that's dirty.
You know who didn't do as much in that game? You would have thought Darren Waller.
Darren Waller. Yeah, no, he didn't do much, but
Other people did.
He didn't need to do much. Man, I thought when Carr tore his ACL again on that one low hit or whatever.
Yeah, but they would have just went to Marcus Mariota, which actually I don't think he played it.
No, Mariota's injured right now.
Yeah.
So, they would have had to go to Nate Peterman.
A Pitt guy.
Pitt.
We saw him on the field.
Mr. Interception from Buffalo.
Well, that's in the NFL. And Pitt, when he was at Pitt, he was pretty good actually.
I mean, in the NFC, I kind of like. I mean, the Cardinals look pretty good.
They look like a video game Madden.
They do, and you gotta wonder if that's gonna slow down when the weather gets different. And
by the way, nobody in this division looks good.
I kind of like the Lions. They're sneaky.
Okay, I like the Lions. Once again, I'm going to be realistic here when it comes to playoff and NFL and looking future-wise.
Oh, yeah.
I can't see it. I like them in terms of, I like what they stand for. I want to see them grow to that team that he wants to be.
Listen, you might think I'm crazy, but outside of the Buccaneers and maybe the Cardinals, my team's the best team in the NFC.
We talked about a whole division last week.
I'm just saying, I think that the Rams might be a little bit overrated.
Okay, Seahawks.
They don't do nothing for me.
Okay, 49ers.
Maybe, but they got to go away from Garoppolo. I don't like Garoppolo.
Maybe they do, but they're 2-0, and they're probably not going away until they...
Yeah, but they're 2-0 with 2 easy opponents. It's like...
Once again, they're still 2-0.
I'm just saying.
And
listen,
those 2 easy opponents won week 1, so...
And I'm looking at schedule right now, and we got the Eagles coming to town.
Yeah.
Then we face the... Oh, you know who else is sneaky? The Panthers are kind of sneaky.
They are 2-0 as well.
They're kind of sneaky. They look really good, and
their defense looks really good.
We thought after week 1 the Saints were good, and they got punched in the mouth
by the Panthers.
They got punched in the mouth by the Panthers
in their own division. So is the Panthers the best in that division? No, they got the Bucs in that division. So.
But in the next 4 weeks, the Panthers is the best team the Cowboys face. It's literally Eagles, Panthers, Giants, Patriots. I think.
But what do you get out of the Panthers?
I think we're going to be 5-1 going into our bye week.
I was going to say the question is, what are you getting out of the Panthers? Because I didn't expect them to go in there and beat New Orleans, and guess what? Hey, come on, get in there, Aaron Jones.
That's your dude.
Dude, 1 yard line.
He almost got a second touchdown.
Yep, this one would have been a receiving touchdown.
But yeah, I'm just saying, by
the way, for my luck, can they just hand the ball off to him on the 1 yard line and say, Aaron, this is your responsibility?
Yeah, maybe.
Hand, run.
But you know, with me and my team, I'm usually pretty, realistic with my team.
Yeah.
I'm usually pretty down on my team every year, right? I think they have a good, solid roster this year. I like the coaching staff, except for we're going to get into that game. But anyways, I don't really know anything. Do you know anything after week 2?
Mm-hmm.
Are you willing to put a stamp on anything?
the Buccaneers, I guess. Brady looks unreal right now.
Yeah. I think that's the only thing. That or, I mean, if you want to throw the Rams in there or the Cardinals in there.
No, because there's still ups and downs. Like, I think the
Raiders.
Rams are going to be real good. The Raiders, I'm not confident in. Yet they had 2 solid wins.
I mean, I don't think you can ever count out the Chiefs.
No, I'm not going to count out the Chiefs, but you just took
Their
a loss.
defense looks so bad.
I'm going to say they just took a loss. So
I mean, they let up, like, the Browns scored, 30 points on them or something? It was like high 20s, low 30s.
No, they scored 30s.
And then you had
The Ravens just beat them 35, 34, was it, or something like that?
a team that cannot throw the football put up 35 points on you.
Yeah.
Unreal. So they gotta shorten that up, which I think they have the best coach in football. So
Yeah.
Andy
Reid's pretty far up there.
I mean, him or
But
Belichick.
he's not necessarily a defensive coach, so
Yeah, but I feel like he can, he's got Spagnuolo, who's a good defense coordinator. I think they could fix it potentially, but
we'll see.
man, holy cow, that's
So
a
they
lot
got
of
a
points.
lot of work to do.
It's a lot of
Don't get me
points.
wrong, their offense is still there, mid-season form, averaging 30 plus points a game.
Early season MVP, what are you thinking?
Tom Brady.
TB12.
Tom Brady. 2 weeks in, he has 9 touchdown passes.
Derek Carr?
Tom Brady.
But what did let me put this out to you. What if Derek Carr takes the Raiders to be like, 14-3 or whatever it is nowadays, right? This 17 game thing is getting me a little off my record. 14-3, number 1 seed in the AFC. You don't think Derek Carr is in discussion?
Oh, he has to be in discussion if he stays playing hot. But it's still Tom Brady. If he keeps up the pace he's going.
If he keeps up the pace he's going.
4.5 touchdowns a game for 17 games if he keeps up the pace.
Yeah, if he keeps up the pace, he'll have like 70 touchdowns.
Right. Well, and don't get me wrong, I expect records to be broken this year because of the extra game. But that's going to crush any record. That was already his, I think. I'm pretty sure the touchdown record's already his.
What about after week 2? What about Derrick Henry?
He looked better in week 2 than he did in week
Better?
1.
Did you see what he did?
Yeah, I saw a 60-yard run.
No, he had like 280 yards combined and like 3 touchdowns.
Oh, did he? I didn't catch that.
Oh yeah, but Jake single-handedly won his game because of Derrick
Derrick
Henry.
Henry.
He had like 90 fantasy points.
Well,
I mean, he took that team on his back. So I mean,
yeah, but can he do that week after
when's
week?
the last time? Was Emmitt Smith the last running back to win MVP? Adrian Peterson?
TD, Terrell Davis.
Okay, did he won MVP one?
I think he did.
No, I thought both those years. I thought Elway won MVP.
I know Terrell Davis got one of them.
Okay. Man, like running backs are just,
Adrian Peterson may have won. I don't remember him winning, but he definitely could have been.
Probably should have won.
He could have been in the conversation.
Couple of them
definitely.
years. I mean, he had probably like the best 7-8 year stretch of any running back ever. Right?
I hate this long hair on Aaron Rodgers.
Oh yeah, he looks. I don't even know what does Aaron Rodgers look like with long hair? Is this him trying to be Justin Herbert? Is that what he's doing? He's doing his Justin Herbert impression.
I think he looks like a dish boy.
And he pulled it back in the Laura Jack ponytail.
That was weird.
For the Fox interview.
That was weird.
Oh my god!
Did you see him on the Pat McAfee interview?
No, I try and tune that. Pat McAfee's all over his cock. I try and tune that out.
He was so.
Nobody should be all over his cock.
There he is.
Congratulations.
Feed him.
Do you need it for? Do you need?
No, I'm not going to win. Don't.
Oh really?
I'm too far out. He would need to score like 5 touchdowns. But don't get me wrong, he has 2 already. He's on the pace.
Who are you playing?
Nate, chilling my homies.
That wide receiver team.
The wide receiver team.
They keep sneaking around. Good job, Nate. So we don't know anything, and Tom Brady's the early MVP.
Do you agree with me? Okay.
God, I feel like Tom Brady, he's going to throw a couple of them dud games in there at some point.
You sure? You're talking about Tom Brady.
I mean, look at last year. He threw
That was the beginning of the season before he clicked with his team.
I mean,
now look at him clicking with his offense.
He threw 3 picks against the Cowboys. Or was it 2?
No, you were right. No, it was 2. But do you remember the picks at all?
One was a Hail Mary and one was a tip ball. But it's still an interception. It still counts.
That's not him.
It still counts on the stat sheet. At the end of the year, when they're doing the MVP ballots, they're not going to be like, oh, he threw 7 interceptions, but
Those
like 4
are-
of those were tip balls and one was
You
a Hail
mean
Mary.
Tom Brady? They don't really look into that for Tom Brady.
No.
Yeah, you're full of shit.
I don't think so. I don't think they're going to be like, good.
You're so...
These 4 interceptions don't count. No, they count. They're stats. They still
all
count.
they're going to do is, at the end of the season, did Tom Brady kick everybody's ass? Yeah, okay. Does it look good if we give him the MVP? Yeah, okay. Here, Tom.
You know who's going to be MVP?
Who?
Dak
I
Prescott.
know. Because you love him so much.
Dak Prescott's going to be
I know, because you love him so much.
I do love him.
Now.
He's grown to be one of my favorite, if not my favorite player.
You love him now.
I do love him. He's my boy.
Where's Cooper Rush?
He's my boy. Hey, we still have Cooper Rush. He's his backup. Let's talk about your Steelers.
What do you want to know?
Well,
That they lost.
they lost
The Raiders.
in ugly fashion. Which,
Yeah.
by the way, I probably should have taken that as my pick of the week. I did bet on the Raiders to cover the 6.5 points.
Oh, there you go.
So while my pick of the week was the Bills, I had the over also attached to it that I teased down because I thought maybe it might be a little bit lower scoring than their normal 70-point average. And then the Dolphins just didn't score no points.
Duds.
How do you not score no points if you're the Miami Dolphins?
Don't have offense. Plus 2 is out. She's 2 is
Yeah,
the
but I
other
kind of like
quarterback.
Brissett better than Tua.
Oh, jeez.
No? I don't know. I think he's a better thrower.
You're watching Madden too much.
I like Brissett. I think Brissett is the best.
Do you ever notice that Brissett always, when he leaves and goes to a team, is always the MVP in Madden?
He's always the MVP.
Do you ever notice that if you do a franchise with Brissett and see Brissett? Pay attention to the MVPs. Not this. I don't think it's this season, but last year's game.
Well, the
Look at the
difference
MVPs.
between you and I and our franchises is that I play online with other people. So like Brissett, unless he was user controlled, would never have a chance of winning MVP. And we got guys throwing like 90 touchdowns and stuff. Like, you know what I mean? It just ain't gonna happen. Okay, so what's your thoughts on your boy Turner spitting in the face?
Wonder what the reasoning is, but I don't really think there's any excuse. Dude, take your seat.
I mean,
It's a scummy move.
if I have one, look, Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
I mean, his record speaks for itself, right? The dude has never had a losing season in, 14 years?
Yeah, and he's not going to this year either.
No, he's not. Come on. The Steelers are going to have a better than 500 record, right?
Yep.
But if I had one thing that I don't like about Tomlin is I feel like his teams against like weaker opponents usually don't show up.
That and he can't control his players.
And I feel like his players run that team, right? I feel like Ben runs that team, and like even when when Turner, clearly he was super upset about something.
Yeah,
like, something happened that he was extremely upset about.
You still can't go spitting in somebody's face, especially now in COVID time frame.
Right, yeah, right, exactly. But like once Turner goes to the sideline and the ref comes over to like explain what happened, like Tom didn't even Ben was the one getting in between Turner and the ref.
Yeah.
Like Tomlin wasn't even controlling his player in that scenario, which makes you think like this dude just doesn't do discipline at all.
Nope. No.
And it kind of shows that way. Like it seems like there's just like look, if
I told you that was my issue with him.
I coach a soccer team with the 6 and 7 year olds, right? And even today,
You're not going to put Roman in charge?
No. And even today, like I have one girl in practice, and really in the last game that I coached, there's 2 games on Saturday. I coached one of them. She kind of was just lollygagging around, not really running, not really trying. Mm-hmm. And she's one of the older kids and one of the bigger kids, so she should be really, competing. And so, like, after practice, I pulled her aside. I was like, we took a knee together, and I was like, is something wrong? Or, like, what's going on here? And she's like, oh, no, I'm okay. And I was like, okay, well, I need you to start trying for me, right? Like, yeah, as a coach, you have to, no matter what age group, you have to, like, control your team. Right. And you got to have your finger on the pulse.
You're the coach for a reason.
And, like, I feel like if I was Mike Tomlin, Juju's TikTok would have never been a thing.
Correct.
Like, especially the whole dancing on the other team's logos. Like, you're giving them motivation, extra motivation that is not needed in the NFL.
And they even said it.
Right, exactly.
So.
And then like that dude's flipping out on the sidelines. I'm turning to him and grabbing him by his shoulder pads, and I'm saying, "Go sit the fuck down." And I'm throwing it, right? Like, how do you not do that in that scenario? Like, because if that dude, I mean, he was livid and he's freaking out on the ref. There's a chance that ref says like, you're completely done, and the NFL might be like, you're toast for like 6 weeks because of the way you.
Oh, there's still a chance he may get suspended.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
it's not the subject right now.
And your line's already bad.
Yeah.
So you take one of the best guys on your line and suspend him.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Like, Tomlin's got to like step in and be like, go sit the hell down. Like,
yep. He needs to be in control of the team.
So that's like when I was watching that, and I was watching with my mom, and first off, as a former, and no, I was never an NFL athlete or anything, but as a former athlete myself, there's certain things you just don't do. Right, like in the heat of the moment to throw a punch or something like that, it happens.
Yeah.
It just does happen. Like hell, I'm in a pickup basketball league. I got elbowed in the throat one time because like some dude was pissed off, and I still understand that stuff happens. Right, that's in the heat of the moment. But there's certain things that you don't do, and one of them is like spit in somebody's face. Right, that is like the ultimate disrespectful thing. Right, so. I don't know. I saw that and I was just like, if I was a fan of the Steelers, I wouldn't want that guy on my team.
I'll be honest with you. I had a kid's birthday party that day, so I got to see half the game, and then the second half was kind of on off because of the kid's birthday party. That's the stuff I told you before with Tomlin that turned me off and made me uninterested. Ben said something this week after the game. Somebody asked him about the new offense, and his response was, "This is pissing me off. I've came back and worked harder than I've ever had, and there's people out there not trying."
You could tell Ben is just not happy right now. Like he is pissed out on that field. Like you're not doing what you're supposed to do, and it just seems like just that.
And you have to remember, old gunslinger Ben came back out of retirement, took a pay cut. And by all accounts, what you can see out of him on the field, what you see in terms of physicality, he looks in better shape than he has in a long time.
He's dropping dimes.
He is doing what he should have been doing, and he's probably pissed off about a lot of other people around him.
I mean, I saw one throw on Sunday where he dropped this beautiful dime into Claypool.
Yeah.
It was like a 40-yard pass. Unbelievable throw. Like, the guy can still throw.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't move as good as he used to.
But
like,
you're 39 years old.
Yeah, I mean...
However, I don't know if you saw it, there was a play in the early first half where it looked like it would have been. They had 3 different hands on him, the Raiders, and he literally shrugged the 3 hands off and threw a bomb. Didn't connect, but he got the ball off.
Well, I was making chili during the early part of the game, so I was not catching all of it. But I did see one play where... made me think that Eric might not be too crazy with his Freiermuth pick. Because,
Freiermuth looks good, dude.
Well, it's not Freiermuth.
Okay.
It was one of the first drives of the game. It was like 3rd down. Ben's under duress, and he's moving around, skating around, doing his thing. He's got hands on him. And he just makes this ridiculous throw to Ebron. And Ebron just
drops it,
right? Yeah. And I'm just like... I'd bench him. You know what? We got this rookie balling out. Sorry, dude.
I would look for a trade because Ebron I think is tradable still. I think there's somebody out there that would want that value.
Oh. Ooh, man. I would. Sorry, guys. We are watching the game.
Yep. 12 seconds left in the half. So
14-14 tie right now, and
that's not
the Lions are in field goal range right now with 12 seconds left. But yeah, I just, I don't know. At what point, as a Steeler fan, do you want Haskins to get the go?
No. Ben's look too good. I don't blame Ben. I think the line, they need to figure something out with the line.
Well, let's say the Steelers are 3-6.
The only way I'm moving Ben out, if he's, once again, not playing well, if the issue is him, which I don't think the issue is him right now, or... They have a 3-6.
And wow, that was almost a ridiculous catch.
Cephas.
I told you he likes that guy.
Yeah.
This guy.
Nonetheless, Ben is not playing well, and he's the cause of the issues. Or you can make a move, and Ben is okay with it, and you can move him somewhere and get something for it.
I mean, I think that as an NFL franchise, let's say, and this is strictly hypothetical,
Geez, dude.
well, let's say like the Ravens and Browns are 3 or 4 games up on them.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that's going to happen, but it's strictly hypothetical. As a fan, I would want my team to move forward and get a good look at real live action with this kid to see if we got something.
I would want to see it, but at the same time, my respect level for what Ben's done and the effort he's put in this year, because I didn't come into this year wanting him to come back, and just the work ethic I've seen him put in finally, that I wish he would have put it in earlier years, has made me, okay, I want to ride it out with him right now.
Yeah. I can tell you from experience that one of the most painful things as an NFL fan is to go into a transition from a Hall of Fame quarterback to having nothing.
Oh, yeah.
And that, like, the years from Aikman to Romo were some of the most painful years of my life.
Well, remember, the Steelers went from Bradshaw to Buddy Brister.
Where they were still competitive.
Yeah, but the Steelers were always competitive.
Yeah.
Neil O'Donnell, still competitive, but not a stud quarterback. Tommy Maddox, Cordell Stewart. You want to go through our list?
Yeah.
No matter what we had, we were still competitive.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The Cowboys list from Aikman to Romo was not as attractive as what you just talked about. Okay, I mean,
until we got
there's some names you wouldn't even know on our list.
But,
Chad Hutchinson, do you know?
I remember him. He was a baseball player.
Quinn Stoner.
I do remember him as well.
Oh, okay, all right.
Quincy Carter.
Yeah, Quincy was probably the best
side.
one. Yeah, he was.
Drew Bledsoe made your team.
Vinny Testaverde.
There was somebody else. Who am I forgetting?
Ryan Leaf was in there. We had so many. We had it was 17 quarterbacks that we had.
So you're telling me you were like the Browns for a while?
Oh, it was bad. It was real bad.
Did you start your own jersey of quarterback names?
Which some people probably don't, realize. That's probably why I love Romo as much as I do love him, is because he was the first competent thing that I had seen. Right? And not only was he competent, he was fun, right? So it's that's why I love Romo. Well, I mean, are you overreact? I mean, do you think Steelers fans are overreacting, or you think it's just a one-off?
I think it's a one-off.
You take care of business against the Bengals.
I think they're going to keep growing. Once again, I told you at the beginning of the year, my expectations for the Steelers were, I went into it. You changed my mind when I went with the Steelers. My original expectation was the Browns were going to win the division. I'm still not sure.
I still think the Steelers will find a way to win the division.
Oh, I'm still expecting the Steelers to have 10, maybe 11 wins this year. I fully wouldn't put it past. I also wouldn't put past them if they ended up with 13 wins.
It wouldn't shock me.
Nope.
No.
The only thing they need to do is have their offense start clicking. If their offense clicks, the defense is lights out. It's been great. Last game, they lost Tyson Alou and TJ Watt. And they still were pretty good.
Yeah.
They were still pretty good.
No doubt.
And they didn't, if you remember, the defense also didn't have Joe Hayden going into the game. He was out the whole game. Devin Bush was out the whole game. So there's 4 starters. And not even little guys. Joe Hayden's the number 1 corner, number 1 middle linebacker, Devin Bush. TJ Watt goes out in the game with a groin injury. And then Tyson Alou is probably out for the rest of the season.
Trust me, I feel your pain.
So, for as much as I'm talking about stud defense, which once again they still played admirably for all that, I'm telling you, that's still and Minka, oh, dude, pay Minka, pay.
He got burned on that one.
The one play, but pay the dude. The dude is incredible.
Yeah, but okay, so let me explain this to you because the Cowboys are in this predicament as well. If you pay Minka and you already paid TJ, because Minka's gonna want number 1 money.
No, Minka already said he wouldn't. he would want to be behind.
He's going to want to be... No. I'm saying number one safety.
Oh, yeah, maybe number one safety.
Yeah, he's going to want, like, Jamal Adams type.
Sorry, when you said that, TJ got number one defensive player.
No. Safeties don't command what pass rushers do, right? So he's going to want number one safety money.
Okay.
And you got TJ that got number one defense money.
Period.
Defense. Right? And he deserves it.
Oh, yeah.
100% deserves it.
I mean, 2 years in a row he came in second. In some of those years, I think we can agree he probably should have been Defensive Player of the Year.
The one thing the Steelers have going for them on the salary cap side is that they have this amazing ability to just let receivers go and just create new ones.
You know what they have thinking going for them next year? The most salary cap space in the league.
Yeah, but man,
just telling you, they have over $100 million.
You get to a point where they're going to have to sign some linemen, draft some linemen, the whole 9 yards, and then.
But the quarterback coming up
Bush is going to want some big time money.
Yeah, but who are you going to pay, Bush or Minka at this point?
Both. You got to pay both.
I like Bush, but Bush is not in Minka's category yet.
No, but he's definitely a top 10, top 15 linebacker, middle linebacker.
Year one, he showed he had potential. Last year, he was out the whole year. This year, he's played one game, and he was okay. He wasn't great, but he was okay. He's, once again, eye test. We talk about eye test. TJ Watt passes the eye test. He's the best defensive player in the league, right? That's why he got paid that.
Well,
Minka, does he pass your eye test?
Well, let me tell you. You can only pay 4 guys top money in their position.
Probably. And you're going to pay your quarterback. You're going to pay
your quarterback. You're going to pay your defensive end now.
Yep.
You're talking about paying your safety.
Correct.
So that's not going to leave any money for tight end. That's not going to leave any money for receiver. That's not going to leave any money for middle linebacker. You know what I mean? Like, you have to think about... Because the Cowboys are in this predicament where now they're going to probably, at the end of this year, they're going to probably cut Amari Cooper. Because they've already paid him all his guaranteed money.
What about your Zeke? Bye-bye, Zeke?
Zeke, they would eat a lot of money if they cut Zeke. Mm-hmm. So Zeke's not going anywhere for at least 1 more year.
You see, we have Juju already coming off the books at the end of the year.
Yeah, well, you paid him $8 million this year, and then maybe they'll bring him back for another year. You're gonna have to pay Claypool at some point.
Yeah, and I mean, if of the receivers, him and Deontay are the ones I would want to move forward with.
The problem that you run into, and that they're gonna, and I'm sure they're thinking about it, is that if you pay too many of them defensive, players, and you do, because the Cowboys had like a Byron Jones and some really good players, and that's why our defense was atrocious last year. You run the risk of now we pay too many other players, and we can't afford our Once we find our quarterback, we can't afford our quarterback.
Well, you can at first with the rookie deals, but.
Well, depending. Like, Haskins ain't on a rookie deal. If Haskins is the guy...
Haskins is got a minimum contract.
He's on a minimum contract this year.
But if he's the guy, we're not going to find out he's the guy for 2 or 3 years.
If he's the guy, though, in a year or 2, you're going to have to franchise him and pay him a big money deal.
Yeah, which we've already done with Ben.
I'm just saying, and you might not be able to.
I mean, I trust in Omar. With the cap situation here in Pittsburgh. I trust him.
Okay. Well, I mean, we'll see.
I mean, is that Lockett again?
Yeah, Lockett's killing it this year. Did you watch any of my game, my friend? Because I watched your entire game, pretty much, with the exception of my chili making.
That began during that family birthday party, or that kid's birthday party. So I got to see some of it, bits and pieces. I did get to see you guys win with a field goal at the end. I did get to see Jared Cook catch a touchdown and get called back at the very end of the game.
Well, let me tell you first off, and you're going to hear both fan bases say probably the same thing, but I'm going to say it.
This guy, Randall Moore,
yeah,
he's going to be a beast.
Okay.
He already has a connection with Moore. He already has more catches than Hopkins.
Really?
And more yards than Hopkins.
All right.
And he's a rookie.
Well, let me tell you right now that both the Chargers fan base and the Cowboys fan base are going to say the same things. I'm one of probably the few fans that's going to cover both sides of it and say, like, those refs sucked yesterday.
Oh, that's what I saw.
One of the worst officiated games, okay? And it started from the jump, okay? It started, it was Flag City. There was flags everywhere. Yeah. Every play. Every single drive for the Chargers, like, had multiple series that got extended due to penalties. Like, everybody's like, oh, Herbert still threw for 380 yards. Yeah, I could throw for 300 yards when you keep giving me first downs. I keep getting more and more opportunities, right? I mean, it was just bad.
Did you see that? Hold on. Did you by chance see that live?
No.
The Damien Harris touchdown
I
run?
did not.
Dude ran with like 7 guys on his back.
He's a beast. I like Harris. That guy's a beast, too.
Oh, yeah. If you're questioning that guy.
We're talking about the Panthers, McCaffrey. But, yeah, like, so the Cowboys intercepted Herbert twice. Okay. And they really intercepted Herbert 4 times, but 2 of them were called back to penalties. One of them was one of the weakest penalty calls I've ever seen. I mean, it was like, pass interference on the... Like, you can't see me if you're listening.
Hold on. Did you see that? The only highlight they showed was your game-winning field goal.
Well, it's fast as 30 seconds or whatever, so they got to be quick. But yeah, I mean, it was legit. Curse was our safety that was in on the play. I mean, he just got there right as the ball got there. They both, it was contact on both sides. The ball popped up in the air. He made a great play. It was a weak call. And there was a bunch of weak calls. The Herbert and the grasp thing was a weak call. But I also think that was intentional grounding. So if you're not going to call in the grass, you're calling intentional grounding because he just whipped the ball into the dirt. He was 30 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So, it's either a sack or it's intentional grounding. Which one do you want, right? Horrible officiating.
No disagreement.
I think we both already kind of knew this, but Herbert's a stud.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy can make every throw on the football field.
And he can move around and make the play.
The only thing that I'm going to say about Herbert is I wonder if he's going to be that, Aaron Rodgers-esque personality to where, he's just, he doesn't show excitement. He doesn't really...
He never did in college. That was never his...
But that's what I'm saying. I think that, the true... great quarterbacks, the really great quarterbacks, right? The all-time greats, which I think he has the arm talent to be all-time great. The truly great quarterbacks, they have that mentality to it. I don't think he has that mentality, but he has all the talent in the world, and I'll say that right now. However, if I were to tell you going into the game, the Cowboys would score 20 points, would you tell me the Cowboys won or lost?
Probably lost.
Yeah.
But I also told you I thought that was going to be a shootout game. So
I think everybody and their mother thought it was going to be a shootout game, especially going into the game, missing both our starting defensive ends, missing our starting free safety. I mean, we were all over the field.
Vice versa, the Chargers only let you guys score 20 points, and you guys have a pretty volatile offense, too.
But again, the refs had something to do with that as well.
Okay.
I'm just saying, not to make excuses or anything, but, If a couple of those calls go a different way, the Cowboys put up 40 points on that.
Every team can say that every week, though.
I'm talking if 3 plays get called a different way.
I get it. But didn't Tony say that about his Eagles? And scoring 40 points?
Yeah, but the difference is my team actually won.
His team won last week. So.
And his team scored 11 points. Ours at least scored 20, right? But as a Cowboys fan, I have to be excited with the fact that, our defense is maybe not, upper echelon, top 5 your defense is.
You're mid-range.
We're a mid-range defense, but we make plays when they need to. We were watching the Bucs game together. The ball that was punched out from Godwin when he's going in for the touchdown would have put them in a 2-score lead. Mm-hmm. Yesterday, we intercepted Herbert in the end zone, which would have put them up pretty nice in that game. I mean, they just make plays when they need to make plays.
Yeah.
And that's all you can ask for. And I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. I've been watching football a long time. We legit have 12 safeties on the roster. And they find a way to use every single one of them. And they all fit. Hooker is an awesome safety and he's great stopping the run. And then they sub him out on passing downs and Kazi comes in and I'm just I didn't even know Curse was on the team. And then Curse ends up being one of our best players yesterday. I mean, they just got safeties everywhere, and it's so hard to keep track. But right now, I'm telling you, Diggs, definitely Pro Bowl, All-Pro type corner. Probably will go down as one of the best Cowboys corners of all time. I've seen that much of him to know that this kid is the real deal Holyfield.
Well,
he is amazing. And the interception he made on the first drive against Herbert, that would not have happened last year. That would not have happened any of the last 5 years for the Cowboys. So, like, first off, he's guarding Keenan Allen, which, I mean, I think Keenan's a top 3 receiver. I mean,
he was. I don't know if he still is, but he was.
He's an amazing receiver.
Yeah.
And Keenan's on this deep crossing route, and Diggs just kind of undercuts it and diving like it was beautiful. It was a picture perfect. Dak looked good. He had one ball that kind of sailed on him a little bit.
Yeah, it got picked in it.
CeeDee Lamb's a fucking stud, bro. Like, I'm sorry, Jake. I was definitely right. This kid is unreal. I don't know if you saw the end of the half play.
Mm-mm.
But they were in like Hail Mary range with like 10 seconds left, right? Or maybe less than 10 seconds left. And I'm thinking they're just going to have Dak. And then I'm thinking about it. I was like, is his shoulder still fully? Are they going to really let him just heave it 70 yards for, you know? Mm. And what they ended up doing is they threw like a 20-yard comeback route to CeeDee and let CeeDee do his thing. And he juked out like 6 people, makes a book to the sideline, and then like, as he gets to about the 10-yard line, and then like he couldn't go. There's no way he's getting any further. Laterals at the Zeke, and Zeke gets a couple more yards and dives for the pile. He was so close. It was Tony Pollard's probably a touchdown, which is my other thing. Tony Pollard, oh my, he's probably better than Zeke. I mean, the guy is amazing. Every time he touches the ball, it's like electric. Not that Zeke's bad. I like the power and speed mixture there. But, like, man, Tony Pollard is just he's so sexy. He's so fun to watch. Oh, my God. I love my team, dude. My team is great.
I'm retiring now, guys. This has made me sick. And
Here we go, Cowboys. Let's go, Cowboys. How about them, Cowboys? I know it's 1 win. I'm just super excited. I saw enough from that game, and really from the Bucs game too. But I hate moral victories, right? I hate moral victories. So the fact that they were able to put that game together, it wasn't easy. The refs were against us. Everything was going wrong, and they still found a way to win.
Currently, this is what I can tell you about your Cowboys. They passed the eye test at the moment.
You know what doesn't pass the eye test about the Cowboys?
What's that?
And if you saw the game-winning field goal, you had to have seen what all led up to it. I would assume. Were you watching it live?
Like I told you, I was at that party, so I wasn't catching everything.
Okay, so I'll run it through, and I'll try and make it as quick as possible here. Okay, the Cowboys get the ball back with like 3 minutes and 30 seconds left, and it's a tie game.
Yeah.
Unlike the Bucs game where Tom Brady's getting the ball back, we get the ball back. They completely wasted 1 minute and 30 seconds off the clock and got like 1 first down, like purposely. They wanted to make sure they were the last team to touch the ball, which I get that and I understand that. Dak goes 5 for 5 on the drive. He's looking good. It gets down to the point where there's under 1 minute left. It's like 3rd down and 4, and they need a little bit more yardage to get in the field goal range, anyways. And they run like a little. They have Zeke and Pollard in the game, and they run like a little, like almost jet sweep action with Pollard. He gets the first down, but that's it. He's tackled in bounds. We're down to like 1 timeout. There's 34 seconds left. Now, the excuse that's being told is that the video board in LA was shut off at this point. Okay. However, Mike McCarthy's been in the league how long?
You don't have tablets with the time on them in the game?
Well, no, I'm going to go even further. How long's Mike McCarthy been a coach for?
At least 15 years.
That's a head coach. Think about assistant coach and all that stuff. He's probably been a coach for 30 years in the NFL, right?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I know he was on Andy Reid's Eagles staff, and I'm pretty sure he was on like some of the late 49ers staff with Andy Reid. He's been in the league a long time. You know, they have these things on the sidelines that are down markers. Mm-hmm. And then if you look at each end, because the quarterback has a digital, like just a regular clock that he can watch, right? Mm-hmm. You could look there and know what the down and distance is and how much time is left on the clock, right?
Yeah.
Well, they said the video board went out and Pollard ran off the field when he shouldn't have, and there was a bunch of commotion. They let 34 seconds go off the clock and had to waste their final timeout to kick a 56-yard field. It was like 1st down and 10. 35 seconds left. And I'm like, okay, we can get 2 or 3 plays here, get like in a good field goal range, maybe get an open guy down the field, get a touchdown, like whatever. Like this is good. This is real good. And somehow they completely bluffed, like just fucked up the whole situation and settled for a 56-yard field goal. They did not get a single play or a single like yardage for 35 seconds and 1 timeout. How does that happen?
Bad coaching.
Yes, bad coaching. Okay, so like, look, and I like McCarthy a lot better than I like Jason Garrett, but that was like a Jason Garrett-esque mistake.
McCarthy makes mistakes like that.
Jason Garrett-esque mistake, and you know.
You remember him from the Packers. He makes mistakes like that.
I didn't. So, okay, so again, video. Let me just think in the mind of McCarthy. Ooh, sack on Rodgers. Let me think in the mind of McCarthy right now. Video board's out. I, for some weird reason, forget that there's a down marker and a clock over here that I can look at. And Pollard runs off the field when he shouldn't have. So I don't have enough guys on the football field. And I have a timeout in my pocket in 35 seconds left, which we all know 16, 17 seconds left is enough to complete a pass in bounds, run down, and spike it, right?
Yeah.
Fucking call the timeout. Call the timeout, throw an out route to the sidelines, you know, like
By the
whatever.
way, guys, if you notice me watching the football game, that's because I've completely checked out of his Cowboy love over here.
Whatever.
Yeah,
This is Cowboy hate right now. I am hating on my coach.
I get it. Bro.
How does that happen? Anyways,
Ooh.
long story short is, and that's Devontae Adams.
Ooh.
Long story short is, I'm happy we got the W.
Yeah.
And
You
I'm
do know you could have got this all done in 3 minutes.
pleasantly surprised with my defense, and I need to talk about that. So you're gonna have to listen, okay? I'm sorry. Good friends do. We listen to each other.
I did for the first 30 minutes of it.
Kids corner.
Oh, kids corner.
We're down to kids corner, my friend.
Kids corner. Kids corner. Kids corner. Kids corner.
You want to go first? I think you went first last week. You want me to go first? Okay. So I'm gonna say a couple things. I got 2 kind of kids corner and I'm an asshole type things. Okay. So first things first. Roman scored his first goal in soccer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So our team. Good job, Roman. Our team probably has 25 goals on the year.
Yeah.
24 of the goals have been scored by this one kid, and Roman's the only other kid on the team now that has scored a goal. He made a good move. He kicked it through the guy's legs, ran around him, then booted in the goal. I think I was more excited than he was. I was jumping up and down with joy, and he was just like, I scored a goal, cool.
Right.
Now later, I heard him like bragging it up, and I was like, I scored a goal. You know, he was happy, but like on the field, he just acted like he was supposed to do that. You know, I'm supposed to do that. You know, he wasn't excited at all. But anyway, scored his first goal. Fast forward to the next day, and you know Roman, you know how he is. He just wants to, piss anybody off. He wants to get under your skin, right? Hold that. Cowboys suck. Blah, 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 blah. Like just pounding on me, right, all day, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse by the minute, and I'm just like boiling at this point. And okay, we got a Venom
George
commercial.
Kittle and Venom.
Yes, George Kittle and Venom. Cowboys are 14-3 at this point, and the interception that we talked about that was called back, I got excited because they got an interception. I was like, yes! And then like a super late flag came, and I was like, oh man! And he comes into my face, he's like, ha 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 ha, and I was like, dude, I fucking lost it. I was like, sit down, like. What are you doing? Like that? I don't care if you want to act like you don't like the Cowboys, whatever the deal is. Like, number one, you don't get in somebody's face. Number two, you don't brag when the team you're cheering for is down 14-3. Okay? Let's learn when to brag and when not to brag, right? And so then like I just like kind of laid into him, and then, like I was like, you're gonna be like that, get your ass upstairs. And then I kind of felt bad because he actually like listened and he went upstairs and was upstairs for like 2 hours. So I was like, okay, whatever. So I kind of felt like an asshole.
Like, oh, good, I don't have to watch the Cowboys anymore.
I don't know. Well, he didn't have to watch the Cowboys. He could have done whatever the hell he wanted to do. But like, the kid has an amazing knack to get under my skin. So I feel like an asshole. I did apologize to him, but I also said like, you need to not act like that. Like, it's one thing to like, in good fun, like pick on somebody. It's another thing to get in somebody's face in the middle of like, But anyways, so I feel like an asshole. And hey, we all have moments where we're good dads, and we all have moments where we're bad dads. I'm sharing a bad dad moment. I lost my cool during a football game, and Roman probably learned let's not fuck with Daddy during this Cowboys game. Like,
Yeah.
I think if he learned something, that's probably what he learned. But you also got to learn when to brag, right?
Right.
If the Cowboys were down 14-3, that's probably when you should brag. But we're up 14-3. We're not shouldn't brag.
Yeah, but one negative thing happened. He just wanted to rub it in your face.
I don't know. The kid, I don't know what it is. I mean, is he going to be a Steeler fan?
You would love that, wouldn't you?
Is he? I mean, his room is painted Cowboys colors. It is staying that way. So I ain't buying no more paint for that room. So like, and I really like. He's my only son.
Yeah.
Like you have 2 opportunities to make your kids Penguin fans, right?
Yeah. And they both actually, Grayson just today said, "Dad, when's Penguins come on?" So.
But he may at some point, right? Because Roman used to be all into the, I'm gonna be a Cowboys fan and make my dad happy. Not anymore. I'm saying, let you know that might happen. I have one opportunity to have a Cowboys bond with my son, and it doesn't look like that's gonna happen.
Not right now. Once again, they're still young.
I hope it changes because I envision like taking my kids to Dallas to go to games and like doing some fun stuff and
Well,
like
at least Livy will give you the time of day.
yeah, Liv like will not. She no matter what, she is not gonna go against Dad.
She'll give you the time of day.
Until she gets like a boyfriend who likes the Steelers, and who knows. But, like, as of right now, she doesn't want to disappoint Dad. But anyways, some good stuff. My son scored a goal. Some bad stuff. I felt like an asshole, and I kind of like was a dick to my son for a little bit. Oh, there's your boy.
Tonyan.
You called it. You did call it. Damien.
Too bad I don't have him.
No, but you called it for the show.
Yeah,
I think so. But anyway, that's my kid's corner. A little good, a little bad. Hey, we're all not perfect,
No,
right?
none of us are perfect.
We're all going to lose our cool from time to time as parents. So if you haven't, then you're just probably not human.
So for me, Grayson got back to T-ball. This is practice week 2.
Okay.
So this week, coach decides, hey, Sean, you want to help coach? Okay, no problem. I can step in and help you with things. Coach the team. You want to help with coaching them how to batting stance? Sure.
Did you ever play baseball?
A little bit.
Okay. I played like one season of T-ball, and then
No,
I played backyard baseball. That's about all.
No, I played in Little League, Pony League, Colt. I played for a solid 6-7 years.
Okay.
Wasn't great, but I wasn't bad either. I kind of was good enough to put out there, start, but not going to be the star. Nonetheless, I understand the game. So I get Grayson up there, and I look at Grayson. I joke around with all the kids. This is my first practice with them, so I'm asking the kids names, things like that, joking around with them, making them feel comfortable with batting, and they're all doing pretty good. I don't know, this is T-ball, but we are practicing them with, it's called soft pitch, where you get those like little plastic baseballs, almost wiffle ball like.
Okay.
You give them their real bat. You sit about 3 feet back and slow pitch it to them, and they hit it into the net.
Okay.
Okay, so not off the tee, but it's practicing their hand-eye coordination.
Yeah, getting them ready for that next level.
Correct. Kids are going great. Grayson's group is dead last, so I don't get to see Grayson till the very end. He's my last batter. Grayson, listen to me, Dad. Let's do what we do at home. Okay? And he has the other kids there. He gets in the batting position without my assistance because I've already worked with him on this stuff.
Right.
He starts crushing them into the net. He goes, there's 10 balls. He probably, in the big net, there's a square net inside, which will catch the ball if you hit it perfectly, which is basing you as it like hitting a line drive, basically.
Right.
Which is what you ultimately want to do.
Especially at that age.
Right.
Right.
He had 7 of 10
Wow.
that stuck in the net. The other 3 hit the higher points and would bounce.
No way. 7 of 10, like...
Yeah, 7 of 10.
Like, he actually connected with 7 of 10
Seven.
pitches.
He connected with all 10. 7 of 10 went into that main
Really?
batting part area.
I don't know if I would connect with all 10.
And once again, remember, this is slow pitch, under pitch, basically.
It doesn't matter. I don't know if I would hit all 10.
But then the funny part was
That's cool.
we had Harper's birthday party on Saturday. And we had the pinata.
I was going to ask you if you want to do a joint two dads drink, or a joint kids corner.
Oh, which one? Which part of that?
With the pinata. Like, our 2 boys are wailing on that.
Oh,
thing.
yeah. All I had told Grayson to do, Grayson, aim for the butt.
Yeah, so, like, we probably went through, 3 rounds of the kids?
Yeah.
And then the butt of the piano,
It's broken, mostly broken.
Well, yeah, it was mostly broken.
Mostly
they were
broken.
going from size, and the weird thing is your
son,
who's 2 years younger than my son, is bigger, so my son's going first. And to your son's credit, he focused that last round on the accuracy. He listened to the coaching that was going on. My son just went up and was like, "I'm just gonna crush this thing."
No, all we said is Grayson hit the butt,
and
he
did.
waited for it to slow down, and
he hit the button,
and everything went flying.
Yeah, I mean, our 2 sons were 100% the best at smashing that pinata.
Yeah, but my son's in T-ball right now, and that's literally one of the main things we're practicing is hitting.
Yeah.
So, don't get me wrong, I appreciate my coach right now. I appreciate that he legitimately is focusing on teaching them defense and understanding how to stop the ball and actually throw the ball. Because last year's coach didn't do that. He focused all on running and having fun. Which I appreciate the having fun. I get it.
I do too.
But you have to learn the basics too.
In soccer, they
Jared Goff, run for it, run, Forrest, run.
All the coaching videos for like soccer, like you gotta make it fun, and I'm just like, you give me one practice a week to get these kids ready to play game action, yeah, I'll make it a little fun, but like, hey, my practices are probably 10% fun, like 60% condition, and like the rest game action. Right?
Yeah.
We're practicing to play a game, so that's where we're at with that. But
yeah. Well, once again, I like the coach because literally he has them do their workout, like stretching and things like that to begin practice. And then he takes them to home plate and he literally probably has them run the bases, laps around the bases, probably 5 laps around the bases. And I told him, like, I appreciate that. The last coach did not make them run the bases.
Yeah, you got to condition. It's all about conditioning in sports.
And did not make them say, when they get to first base, what base are you at? What base are you at? So they actually learn where they're going, what's next. I appreciate it. I told him, I actually pulled the coach aside and I'm like, I appreciate that. And that was purely because I didn't necessarily want to coach. I wanted to coach Grayson. I wanted to be a part of that. But I didn't necessarily want to coach.
Do you ever really want to coach?
If Grayson wants to play hockey, I can't wait. I hope I could be a coach.
I mean, I guess maybe when my kids, like Roman's, actually both Roman and Olivia are starting to play basketball.
Mm-hmm.
I would maybe coach like Olivia's age group of basketball. I would not coach Roman's age group of basketball. But like, basketball and football are my 2 main sports.
Yeah.
Like soccer, like I know the sport enough to coach this age group. Like I'd have to really learn to coach like some of the higher age groups and stuff.
Like Grayson's T-ball right now, could I head coach a team? If I had time, yes.
Hawkinson again. Dude's a beast.
Do you see how big he is? He's like a better version of... He is a more athletic version of Gronk. He has the size that Gronk does, but he's more athletic.
Yeah, but Matt Stafford couldn't use him last year.
Oh, he also was dropping. I don't know if you noticed how many he dropped last year versus this year. And all.
Yeah, the other thing is Roman wants to start playing football. He keeps pounding on. He wants to play football. At what age do you think it's okay for a kid to get their bell rung these days? Now that we know all the concussion stuff that we know and all that.
Well, didn't they start at his age? Now they only do flag football? They won't even do tackle.
Kindergarten in Fort Cherry, it's tackle football, kindergarten up.
Really?
Yeah.
Over in the South Hills? Like North Hills, I haven't even looked into it, but in the South Hills, they do flag.
I'd be fine with them doing flag, but no, at Fort Cherry, they're literally in padded, smashing kids like.
Yeah, I remember Jacob. When Jacob was in that range, if you were, I want to say it was 10 and under, it was flag. Once you hit 11, then they gave you to Pee Wee football, and you were in that little age, younger age, but you were learning how to play football, and then you kind of got thrown in. And then you get to high school. So
one quick shout out to my, I believe he's 13-year-old nephew, Caden. He caught his first touchdown pass.
Oh, nice.
He's also, I think he's 6'6". He's taller than me. I think he's like 6'1" or 6'2".
Okay.
And he's 13, and or it's 12 to 14, somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
Bad these days. And I watched the video, but the video is funny because the guy guarding him is 5'2" maybe, right? And then like the one shot that they had of him catching his pass, like it was like a wide angle shot, and had like the whole football. And he's clearly like 6+ inches bigger than anybody else on the football field. So I'm like, okay, we got a baby Gronk, another baby Gronk on our hands, right? So, and compared to his dad, like my brother was a really good athlete, but he just couldn't catch to save his life. So clearly, Caden can catch.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Congratulations, Caden.
Good work on that.
Cheers. Arsenal
Cider House.
Event blend hard cider. What flavor is this?
Cider House, just Event hard cider.
Just Event hard cider.
Yeah.
Okay. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
All right, guys, we're gonna go finish editing and watching Monday Night Football. Deuces.
See ya.